Hey everyone, welcome back to Canada Movie Man, the YouTube channel where we talk about all things movie and TV. If that's something that you're interested in, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Love to have you join. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the 4K movies that I've added to my collection over the last month or so. These are movies that are either new to me or they're upgrades from previous versions I had either on DVD or Blu-ray. So with that being said, we'll get things kicked off with Ben-Hur. Obviously, this is a classic movie and one that I wanted to see on 4K. It had seen some good reviews about the restoration that they put in. Restoration. It's late Friday, long week of work. My brain's a little tired, but yeah, really good film. I just popped this in the other day and watched it. Looks amazing. Colors are great. Sound was awesome. So if you're into this movie or you haven't seen it, 4K is definitely the way to go. Next up, just picked this up today, Jackie Brown. Obviously, I've seen this many times, love Quentin Tarantino, but I'm excited to check it out on 4K. This is going to be my watch tonight. Yeah, so we'll see. The Blu-ray obviously was a big upgrade from the DVD, but I anticipate this will be, even better. Next up, another Quentin Tarantino film. I'll also pick this up today, Reservoir Dogs. Once again, this is an upgrade from a Blu-ray that I had, but figured, I'd add this one to the collection. I love Quentin Tarantino, so if I can have it on the 4K version, which is obviously going to be the best quality, then that's what I'll do. Just picked this up about a week and a half ago and watched it for the first time. All the President's Men. Thought it was a really interesting story. Looks great on 4K. Obviously, talking about the whole Watergate scandal from the 70s with Nixon, but yeah, I really enjoyed this one and added it to my top 10 releases of that year. Haven't seen a whole ton that year, but this was still an entertaining one. Classic, Lethal Weapon. I was happy to pick this up on 4K about 2 weeks ago, and then just watched this last weekend. Still amazing. One of my all-time favorite buddy, kind of cop adventure films of all time. I used to watch this all the time when I was younger with my dad, and I still enjoy it. Riggs and Murtaugh, can't go wrong, but it looks great on 4K. Next up is Dogma. I haven't watched this on 4K yet. Just picked this up once again about a couple weeks ago. I did have the Blu-ray copy, which used to be super sought after and expensive and rare. I had found it for $5, so I was happy to add that. But definitely happy to get the upgraded version on 4K, and which also includes a Blu-ray copy. So at some point, I'll probably get rid of my Blu-ray. But anyways, happy to add this one and looking forward to checking out on 4K. This is one I wasn't sure about picking up again because I had seen it in 2010 when it first came out on Blu-ray, and but I saw this one had the unrated version, which I hadn't seen, which adds some additional details to the film, and I read that it was a good restoration and read that it was a good version if you hadn't seen the unrated one. So I watched it, and I got to say, I really enjoyed the unrated version of this film, much better than I remember seeing it in theaters. And yeah, I have to say, I don't know if movies have just gotten worse nowadays, like this kind of movie, but I really enjoyed the version, or sorry, the unrated version, and highly recommend picking this up if you haven't seen it. It's obviously more of an origin story of how Robin Hood came to be. It's not the traditional tale you're used to, but yeah, I enjoyed the characters. Thought the story was much better than I remember it being, and it looks great on 4K because they do a lot of practical sets and locations, which I always love, and looks great when you upgrade to the 4K. So definitely check that one out if you have only seen the theatrical, and if you're like me and you don't remember it. A classic, Once Upon a Time in the West. Really happy to pick this up on 4K. Looks amazing. I hadn't seen it for probably a good 10-15 years, but I'm a huge Western fan, so this was one I was super excited that it was coming out on 4K, and it had to be a day one pickup for me. But if you haven't picked that one up and you're a fan of the genre or this movie itself, definitely get it on 4K. Looks great. This one, One Battle After Another, I saw this in theaters. I haven't actually opened this one up, but I just picked it up. Really enjoyed this one as well. I'm excited to see what it looks like on 4K. But yeah, I love pretty much all of Leonardo DiCaprio movies, so figured I had to pick this one up. This one was more of a pickup for my kids. They love this kind of film, and I just watched this with my youngest son about 2 weekends ago. He loved it. I thought it was actually a really good story too, and it looks good on 4K, so can't go wrong. And we have the Steelbook, nice version there as well. Next up, so I have a slipcover for this. It's the 3D slipcover with the Blu-ray, but it is actually the Martian 4K in there. And I kept the 3D disc just because I still have my 3D TV, and so I like to keep all my 3D movies if I can. But anyways, watch this on 4K. It was the extended version as well, which I'd never seen and thoroughly enjoyed. Love this movie. Can't say enough about the story itself. And obviously the new movie with Ryan Gosling coming out very shortly is from the same author. So looking forward to that one. Sinners, had to pick this one up on 4K, one of the best releases from last year. I haven't seen this on 4K yet. I originally saw it in theaters, loved it, but this is definitely one that I'm going to thoroughly enjoy, and I've heard the sound on 4K and everything is really amazing, so had to pick that one up for sure. And then the final two, so this was an upgrade for me. Once again, I had the 3D Blu-ray version, so I've kept the 3D disc here, but wanted to upgrade this one. I always enjoyed Ready Player One. Took a lot of heat, when Steven Spielberg released this one. I know some people liked it, but I know a lot of people that didn't as well, but I've always enjoyed it. Thought it was kind of a throwback to his style of, working with a younger cast, etc., and just a nice adventure story, so I've always enjoyed that one. And then last on the list was Godzilla -1 on 4K. So super happy to add this one. And I just watched this the other day. It looks amazing on 4K. Sounds good. And for me, this was a must-have once it came out. So super happy to add that one. So that's it for the pickups for the last month and a half on 4K for me. If you have a list of movies that maybe you didn't see there, or you picked up, add a comment. I'd be happy to see what you picked up. Maybe it's something I'd want to add as well. But stay tuned. We'll do these about once a month just to share the pickups that I've had on 4Ks. And if that's something you're interested in, like I said, like and subscribe to the video, help it grow. But until next time, have a good weekend.